Hi, I'm Gordon Mott. I'm the executive editor of Cigar Aficionado.
And I'm David Savona, senior editor. We're here at Cigar Inn in Manhattan to talk about selecting a cigar.
Now, we know that humidors can be confusing and really intimidating, particularly to people who are new to the cigar world. There are dozens and dozens of brands and literally hundreds of cigars in a humidor. So what we're going to try and do today is unlock some of the secrets of the humidor and make it easier for you to pick the perfect cigar. After you.
Thank you. Now we're going to look at a box of cigars here. Here's a box of Arturo Fuente Flor Fina 858s, and here's a full box down here. The box itself is going to tell you a lot about the cigar inside. Of course, you've got the brand name Arturo Fuente, A Fuente at the top. The front mark on the side, Flor Fina 858. And this is the stamp that shows you where it was produced. This says República Dominicana. It's a Dominican cigar. And look, you can tell it's a Maduro wrapper because they put this sticker on it here.
Now, there's a lot of information on that box, but if you're not familiar with a designation like 858, you probably don't know exactly what that means. So this is your chance to look at the open boxes and start studying the kind of size or shape that you want to smoke. And that's really one of the first decisions you have to make when you walk into a humidor. You may decide that you want a Perfecto, which has two rounded ends, or you may decide that you want a straight-sided cigar like this Lonsdale.
Another decision you can make is what type of wrapper do you want to smoke. If you like Maduros, it's pretty easy to pick out the dark cigars on the shelf. If you like a mild smoke, you might gravitate toward Connecticut shade wrappers, which are these style cigars right here, your lighter style cigars.
And another important question you need to ask is, how much time do I have to smoke today? It might be lunchtime, and you have to be back to the office in an hour, so you may decide to choose a small cigar like this tiny Perfecto. But if you have the afternoon off, you're going to spend all day in the park, you might choose something like this, which is the A size from the Padrones.
You know, one of the great things about the way this store and a lot of stores today are organized, that you can come in and make that game time decision, pick what cigar best suits your mood, because there are a lot of singles available. In the old days, people tended to buy by the box, but now you can just pick out one cigar or a couple of each.
Now, you don't want to manhandle these cigars. If you're going to pick it up in the middle, but don't squeeze it too hard.
Don't touch it by the head. That's where someone else's mouth is going to go. Don't do the sniff test and jam it in your nose. That's bad etiquette. And what you want to look for is a cigar that's in good smoking condition. You don't want one with cracks on the wrapper or a flaking wrapper. You want a cigar that looks nice and will smoke well.
A lot of cigars are also wrapped in cellophane, which protects them both from consumers picking them up and damaging them, but also keeping the humidity a little bit more constant. And the other thing that you want to look for are humidors like this. The humidity is absolutely perfect in here, and you know when you walk in that the cigars are going to be well humidified and in great condition.
And one of the things we haven't talked about yet are prices. In most shops, the prices are right on the box. One of the things we found out from many, many blind tastings at Cigar Aficionado is that a cigar that is more expensive doesn't necessarily mean it's going to be a better smoke. Don't be afraid of a bargain.
We rate hundreds of cigars a year, literally everything that's in the marketplace at any given time. That means you can use those ratings as a guide to help you buy the cigar.
And finally, don't be afraid to ask for help.
Hey Billy, could you come in here and give us a hand?
Sure.
The owner of the cigar shop can be your greatest resource and help you around the humidor.
When you have a new consumer walk through the door, what questions do you ask him to help him decide which cigar is right for him?
We tend to ask him three simple questions: the strength of the cigar, the size of the cigar, and the price of the cigar.
Do you like to have that kind of dialogue with the consumer?
Definitely, because you teach him little by little about cigars and the beauty about smoking it.
We want to thank you guys for letting us be here today. You know, one of the great things about buying a cigar is being able to sit down afterwards in a lounge like this and smoke it.
It's one of the best things that I ever created for myself, is to share the knowledge that I know about cigars with my friends and with my customers.
All of you should try and find tobacconists like this wherever you are. And if you're in New York, you should come on up to the Cigar Inn on the Upper East Side and meet Gus and Billy and buy a cigar here.